And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
Well, there's still flood warnings around the region, but some of them have been dropped in the last 24 hours. Central Mountains is still in place, and some minor flooding can be expected over the next few days. The one for the Big Lost River has been dropped specifically, but is still within the region of that larger Central Mountains area, so still flooding expected in that area. And the Bear River has cleared out over the last 24 hours, so we are improving in some areas, while some areas still have a little bit to go before we drop those rivers below the flood warning. As for the storm tracker tonight, seeing a lot of rain move through. Now you can see that strongest wave of that rain is right in between, probably around Blackfoot, moving through. So if you're in that region, be very careful if you're driving. However, in Pocatello and Idaho Falls, just barely avoiding that larger yellow band. And as we move forward, expect to see rain, but not as strong as this. This is going to start to weaken. And as we move into tomorrow, while the rain does stick around, it's not going to be nearly as strong as what we're seeing tonight. Now, as we zoom out, we can still see that atmospheric river right across the region from Oregon all the way through to Wyoming. That's where that moisture is coming from the Pacific. It's going to continue to move through over the next 24 hours, and then expect that to clear out for Sunday. And on Sunday, that's when we start that warm up. Expect those high temperatures to be back by next week. But for right now, still in those 60s. 63 in Pocatello, 62 in Blackfoot, and 63 in Idaho Falls. So we still have a couple of those 50s around as well. But our lows tonight, once again, getting a little bit colder, but if you're really thinking the grand scheme of things, 55 in Pocatello for a low tonight was a high about 5 days ago. So we are warming up relatively fast. 52 in Blackfoot, 52 in Idaho Falls. Then when we hit those high temperatures, once again, rebounding relatively fast. Only getting into those mid 70s though, 76 in Pocatello, 74 in Blackfoot, 74 in Idaho Falls. And it will warm up a lot faster in the next couple days after that. Let's take a quick look at those 7-day forecasts. As you can see by the future tracker, for the next 24 hours, we're seeing those clouds and rain roll through. And then as we hit Sunday, it starts to warm up. Pocatello, seeing that rain on Saturday, clears out relatively fast, and then, shoots up like a rocket there. 87 by Monday, 93 by Tuesday. So expect that summer weather coming back through. Idaho Falls, very similar pattern. Rain on Saturday, clears out, warms up, 93 by Tuesday, and seeing a nice first week of summer there as well, and keeping in those 90s for a decent period as well. Rexburg, very similar pattern. We see that rain on Saturday, warms up pretty fast there, 77, 82, 88 on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and while it does cool down a little bit for the back half of the week, we still maintain that nice clear weather. Teton area a little bit colder, seeing that rain scatter out in the morning on Saturday, clears out, warms up, 83 by Tuesday. Not as warm as the other areas, but definitely summer-like weather. And then finally for the Central Mountains, you know the deal by now, same pattern. You see the cooler temperatures in the beginning of the week, warming up into those 90s, and of course, summer, it's gonna be nice.
Can't wait for it. All right, thanks, Paul.